Hello, my name is Mary and this is Mary's Stitching Corner, and this is my channel about cross stitch. I'd like to say welcome and welcome to my new subscribers. There's been quite a few of you over the last month or so, and I just want to say thank you so much for visiting my channel and for subscribing. I hope you continue to come back and find things that you like to see. And welcome back, as always, to my returning subscribers. I appreciate you so much. So this is Flosstube number 13, and today is July the 12th, 2022. It's been about a month since I recorded a video, and again, as always, I say this every time, it wasn't intended to go that long, but that's just the way life is around here. And last week my husband and daughter were home from work on vacation or staycation, and so there was a lot going on. Otherwise I think I would have been able to film then. So I'm very unorganized today because I was just determined I was going to get a video done. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, I just needed to get it done. So we'll see how this one goes. It'll probably be shorter than usual. And yeah, I just feel quite unorganized. So today I have a couple of finishes, a bunch of WIPS, a tiny bit of haul. We can talk about some plans, and then at the end we can talk about life a little bit, although there's not too much to talk about. So first of all, for my new subscribers, I would love to know how you heard about my channel. Did it just pop up on your feed, or did another Flosstuber mention me? Because if they did, I would love to know and tell them thank you. So let me know in the comments where you heard about my channel. Thank you. So let's start with my finishes. The first one is just a small, and it's by Waxing Moon Designs. Sorry for the glare. And it's Justice. And this is my finish. It's funny, I stitched this a couple of weeks ago and thought I was done until last night when I realized I hadn't finished the back stitching through here. So luckily it didn't take too long. But I love how this turned out. I really like Waxing Moon Designs and their trios that they do. I think I did the Halloween trio, and I've got quite a few more that I'm going to work on. So this is 18 count vintage country mocha, which is really becoming one of my favorite fabrics. I've actually got a lot of projects that I'm using this for. Every time I go to my LNS, I pick up some more. So this is stitched using the called 4 threads, and they are Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works. And this chart is called Patriotic Barn Trio. And I'm going to work on the other two. And what's nice about these is that they stitch up so quickly. And I'm definitely someone who likes to see finishes regularly, otherwise I feel like I'm not making any progress. So for a while I felt like a lot of the projects I was working on were really big and I wasn't going to see any finishes for quite a while, so I've started adding in some more smalls just to give me that feeling of accomplishment. So this next one is a big finish, and you've been seeing it for a while. So this is Lady of the Thread by Lavender and Lace. and I absolutely love how she's turned out. I love the colors. It was a bit of a challenge stitching on black, but I love the contrast. Yeah, I just love it. And this is a chart I've had for 20 years maybe, and it just feels really, really good to have it finished. So it's stitched on 18 count black Aida, which is the called for fabric, and I just used the called for DMC. There's no beading in this, and I don't even think there's any treasure braid or fancy floss. It's all just DMC. So I'm thrilled to have this done. And as I mentioned last time, I'm going to try and keep at least one of my older charts in my rotation and try to work through some of these older projects that or at least older charts that I've just had in my stash for many, many, many years, instead of running out and buying new stuff all the time. So those are my two finishes, and I have a few new starts. And the first one is by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this is a digital chart. It's called All American. Oops. So after watching Helen D, I decided, and she's stitching this, and she is stitching it on a very similar color to this. I decided to go with this. Oh, I think it's 18 count, very light pewter Aida, as I really liked how hers was looking on something similar to this. I don't know if it's the exact same thing. I like how all the colors popped and the white pops. So this is my start. And I'm using the called for DMC, and the red is a DMC variegated, which is not one of the called for. But yeah, I love how it's turning out. The next start is we did this as part of my my friend's birthday start. Her birthday was in June, and we both had this chart, so we decided this would be the one that we would do. This is Flag Flock from Plum Street Sampler. I don't have much done on this, but I did get a start. So this is 18, no, let me see. I think this is 20 count Vintage Country Mocha, 1/1. And I am using the code for threads, Weeks Dye Works, and DMC. So I've been enjoying that. And the other new start is Garden of Dreams by Barbara Anna Designs. Sorry for the glare. Just been working on her face. This is 18 count taupe. It's a fabric flare fabric, printed, and I got it from dovestitch.com on Etsy. And this face, I think I stitched it 3 times before I got it right. I don't know why it was so difficult for me, but if you've watched my previous videos, you know that sometimes I'm challenged when it comes to stitching. But I'm loving how it's looking, and I'm actually thinking about giving this to my daughter's friend, her best friend. Her birthday's coming up, and she's a redhead, and she's kind of creating a little farm where she lives and a garden. So I thought this might be nice to give to her. We'll see how quickly I can get it done. So I'm really enjoying that. I love how it looks. And I've just gone blank. Whatever was in my head is just gone. Okay, so, oh, this is another new start. So Vanna Pfeiffer and Michelle McGraw started a stitch along for people who were stitching Told in a Garden charts. You could stitch any chart by Told in a Garden. And so I started this and joined that stitch along. And I can't find my picture. I told you I wasn't organized. Sorry about that. This is called Farmer's Market. And this is where I am so far. So this is 16 count Ada. Sorry. Let me see what color it is. Cafe Mocha. And sorry about the lighting. I am really, really enjoying this. So this is my Saturday stitch. So I pull this out every Saturday and try and get some work in on it. So that's been really fun. I apologize for the chaos, but I really didn't want to wait any longer before I did a video. My daughter's off tomorrow, so I knew it would have been Thursday at least before I got one done. With our house being torn up and being remodeled, the basement is the only area that's kind of available to film, and so if anybody else is home, then it's hard to do. So this is Christmas Quaker 2 Songs of the Season by Bygone Stitches. And I decided to pull this out for Christmas in July. So my friend Sherry, who has a Flosstube channel called She Be Stitchy World, she has a Facebook group called let me look it up. No, I can't. Christmas in July Stitch Along, SAL 2022. And so I joined her Facebook group and challenged myself to do at least 30 minutes a day on this to try throughout July to try and make some progress. So I had 3 pages done, and now I'm working on the 4th page, which is actually page number 2. So I've been working up here, And since I started working on it this month, I started right here and I've been working my way across. So I've actually made good progress already. I'm absolutely loving it. I don't think it will be done by Christmas. Maybe if I kept doing 30 minutes a day, it would be. But I'm not sure that will happen. So the threads I'm using for this are DMC 815 and DMC 895. And I love how it looks. I really like the colors. Okay, next, my WIP goal for June was the same chart. The numbers that were called had the same project on it. So my goal is to stitch 6 hours on each project that's called each month. So this one got 12 hours and I've actually finished it already. And I was very excited that this came up because it was something that I really was planning on pulling out anyway, because I would really love to get this finished. So it's Flea Market Flowers by Laurie Holt. I'm stitching this on 18 count white opalescent Aida. And this is my progress. So when I was here last time, I didn't have very much done. I know for sure I got this done since last time. I may even have done this also. So I feel like I've been making good progress on this one. And I love the colors. It's just so bright and cheerful. And this one gave me a huge amount of trouble. I had all the petals done and then realized I had counted wrong and had to pull more than half of them out and start them again. But it's looking great. I love this chart and I love the fabric. It's the first time I've ever stitched on opalescent fabric and I really, really like it. So that one I'm thinking of maybe keeping it out and working on it 30 minutes a day or something, or a couple of thread lengths a day just to keep it going. But we'll talk about plans and rotation a little bit farther along, because I haven't really been following any rotation recently. So I need to come up with a new one. This is one that I didn't work on much since the last time I saw you. This is Liberty Lodge by Plum Street Samplers. I'm using 20 count Vintage Country Mocha 1/1. So since last time, I've just filled in more of the house. Love how it looks. I'm very bored stitching that house. And I still have the roof to do, which is big also. And I'm using, I think it's Weeks Dye Works, the called for floss 1/1. I feel like if I just put some extra time into some of these, I would get them finished quickly. So I work on them and then I put them away and forget sometimes how close I actually am to finishing. So this is something I haven't done a lot of work on since last time. I'm doing this as a stitch along with Patty, my friend, Freakin' Froggin on Instagram, and Eugenia. She is the Needlework Attic on Instagram, and she finished hers, and it is stunning. Just absolutely beautiful. I am nowhere near being finished, but this is A Perfect World by the Scarlet House. And I think, I hope I've done some work on this since last time, but I think what I did was filled in the flower. I love how it looks, but as I've said over and over again, I do not like working on this fabric. It's just too hard on my eyes, and that's the reason I don't pull it out more than I do, which is a shame because it's absolutely beautiful. But I don't want to start again. I feel like I've done too much to start over again, so we'll just keep plodding through and one day I'll get it finished. So next, this is one of my favorite projects right now. This is my Sunday stitch. And it's All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna Designs. And I love this. This is being stitched on 20 count vintage country mocha. And I'm using the called for anchor threads, and I love it. It's just so fun to stitch. And I wish I had started A Perfect World on 20 count, because I would be much farther along. So I'm still working on page, well, I started in the center, so this is actually page 2. I'm almost done. Well, maybe not almost done. I still have stuff down here to do. But even when I just pick it up for a short period of time, I feel like I'm making progress, because you stitch a pig or you stitch a bee and you feel like you've had a huge accomplishment. So I'm loving this, and I'm also stitching this along with Patty, Freakin' Froggin on Instagram. I don't have much progress on this one. This is my birthday start. So I started it in May. This is black vintage, black vintage sampler by Owl Forest Embroidery. I'm stitching on 18 count ivory Ada using black or DMC 310. And so since last time, I think all I've done is just some more of the border. I really enjoy it. I need to pull it out more. This is a problem when you have so many WIPS. You just don't work on them as much as you would like. And that's why I need to come up with a new rotation so I can start putting more work into these, making more progress. So the Lady of the Thread that I finished, I kind of put everything else on hold so that I could finish her, and that's when I lost my rotation because I just wanted to focus on her. So since I finished her, I pulled out another fancy lady, and she's become my focus piece, and I do some work on her every day, or I try to, and I think I'm going to keep her as a focus piece till she's finished, and then replace her with another fancy lady probably. So this is Celtic Winter by Lavender and Lace. I'm stitching her on 28 count smoky pearl linen, which is the called for fabric, and using all the called for threads. So I've made good progress on her. Since last time I saw you, I finished these and these, other than the beading, and then I've been focusing on her. So I think since last time I saw you, I was right here, so I've been able to get this much done. So I'm really enjoying her and enjoying the progress, seeing the progress, and it was a relief to get these done because these were very tedious. So I'll continue working on her as my focus piece. I have no idea how long it will take me to finish her, but that's okay. So I think those are my WIPS. Let's see if I've got anything else. Nope, I think that's it. So I have a teeny tiny bit of haul. I bought some fabric from dovestitch.com on Etsy, and it's fabric flare, 18 count. And this is Spooky Hollow, which I think will be great for some Halloween projects. And this is Ginger Spice, which I'm not sure, maybe some fall. It might also be good for Halloween. Some parts of it are quite intense, so probably I would use it for a monochromatic piece. And I had a gift card for my birthday, so on Amazon. So this is a kit that I've been wanting for a long time. This is Rocky Point by Dimensions Gold Collection. So I'm excited about that. Don't know when I'm going to start it. I've got another kit. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one with the hot air balloons. Another gold collection kit that I want to work on. And also some Christmas ornaments, which is a gold collection. But I have no plans to start them anytime soon. So that's all my WIPS and haul. So, like I said, I really need to come up with... I'm having a hot flash. So if you can see me turning bright red, that's why. The joys of being a woman of a certain age. So what I need to do is come up with a new rotation. Excuse me. When I did WIP Mania in May, I thought it was really fun because I worked on every WIP every day, a new WIP every day. And I felt like even just a couple of hours a day made some really good progress on them. So what I'm thinking of doing is keeping my Celtic Winter as my focus piece, and then putting all of my WIPs into the picker wheel and pick a project for each day, a different WIP, and just do Celtic Winter and that WIP, whatever one's been called, and that way I'll touch all of them a little bit at least. Sorry. So I think that's what I'm going to try and see how that goes. I think that will be fun. It just will maybe, I probably wouldn't get any finishes done. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but I may tweak that a little bit so that I can work on some stuff that I can get done quickly. So basically, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So we still haven't made it up to Shepherd's Bush. We were going to go when my daughter was off work last week, but it didn't work out. So I'm sure once I get up there, I'll have some more haul. And but for right now, that's all my stitching stuff. So we can talk about life a little bit. Not that there's a whole lot going on, but so last time I told you that I got new glasses and I was waiting to pick them up. I was so excited, so I went and picked them up, put them on, and oh my goodness, I could see to stitch without magnifiers, even on the 40 count linen. So I was so excited, and they had told me, look, we change your prescription a lot, you've got new prism in there, it's going to take a bit to get used to. So she said wear them for a week, and if you have any problems, bring them back. So that's what I did. I wore them all the time. The only thing they're not good for is the computer, so I have to wear these glasses for the computer. But after about a day and a half, 2 days, I started to get headaches. I started to get super dizzy, and I would get ice pick headaches right here or here, and eventually had to take them back and say, look, these aren't working, because I know I deal with dizziness, but this is different. So the doctor examined my eyes again, made sure he got the prescription right, which he did, but he felt that the lab had put too strong of a prism in the glasses. So he sent them back. They redid the prisms, and I got them back on Thursday. And this time when I put them on, I couldn't see clearly. And I wore them that night, wore it the next morning, and then I was out with a migraine the rest of the day. So I'm going to have to take them back again, which I've never had to do before. This doctor's really good. He gets such good reviews, and so I don't really know what the problem is, but I'll be taking them back, and I'm actually thinking of just having them take the prisms out, because I don't know, I have to talk to them again. So I'm very disappointed in that, and still having to wear magnifiers, but that's okay. But as soon as I stopped wearing the glasses, the headaches and the dizziness went away. That dizziness, not my usual dizziness. So that was kind of disappointing. So it's been kind of a rough month with one thing and another. I had major flares of my chronic stuff for a few weeks, which ramps up my anxiety even more. Then my daughter, Katrina, she started having a bad flare with her POTS, which for anybody that's new, that is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's kind of classified, I think it's a vascular problem, but one of the ways you know you have it is, like, my daughter will sit down and her heart rate will be fine, 69, 70 beats per minute, and then she stands up and it jumps up to 160, 170 beats per minute. And then when it's beating that fast, the blood doesn't get pumped around your body properly, and it tends to pool in your extremities, so her hands and feet and legs will turn bright red, and her veins look like they're popping, and so she has to wear compression stockings to help with that. And there's just so many symptoms that go along with it, like exhaustion, dizziness, balance problems. She uses a cane most days, has a walker on the days where she's really bad. So she had a bad flare the week before she had her vacation week. And so normally we go out in our trailer for a week in July, but this time we just decided, with me not feeling good, with Katrina not feeling good, and the price of gas, we would just stay home, which was good because some days she really struggled. And so Steve and Katrina, they went to the zoo, they went to movies, they did some fun things on the days that she was feeling good, and we all went for some drives, saw some places we hadn't seen around here before. So it was nice. It was nice for my husband to get some downtime because he works 2 jobs and doesn't normally have a lot of relaxation time. He did work a little bit on the house, but not too much. So he's painted the kitchen, dining room, and family room on the main floor, which is one big great room. And the rest of the main floor, we have a living room, craft room, and an entryway with a 20-foot or 2-story entryway. That still needs to be painted. But he's going to put the floor down in that great room area so that we can start using that area again. Then he can move the furniture from the living room and the craft room into the family room while he's painting that area, and then he'll do the floors there. Then he'll move upstairs to the upper level. So one day we'll have it all done. But it's nice just having the paint done. It was quite a dark color in the house, and it's a dark house, and so putting a lighter color on the walls really made a huge difference. And so it just looks, plus we put white cabinets and white quartz in the kitchen, so it's just brightened everything up. So we're getting there. So they went back to work yesterday, and so it's been nice to kind of have my routine back. And the house feels very quiet, but sometimes that's good. So that's about it. I don't think there's anything else going on. It's very hot here. We're up close to 100, and there's been lots of fires going on. Nothing major right now, but we've had some days that were really, really smoky because of the fires. This happens every year. usually after July 4th. We usually end up with some fires after the fireworks. And then July 24th is a holiday here, is Pioneer Day, and there'll be fireworks then. And so I expect we'll have some more fires during that time as well. So it's very hot, as I said. I used to love the heat, but once I started getting hot flashes, I just don't tolerate the heat anymore. So I'm glad to be inside with the air conditioning. Everything else is fine, and I hope everything is good with you. I want to say thank you for stopping by and watching the video. Sorry it's a bit scattered this time, or more than usual, and next time hopefully things will be a little bit more organized. But I appreciate you watching, and please take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.